So we're back with Todd Dutiaume. We've got another signing. So Todd, who have we got this time?
Yep, I'm delighted to announce that Jordan Buesa will be joining us for another season. He's a great kid to work with. And I think he's been around with us, it seems like forever, and you forget just how young he is. So Jordan still has a long way to go in his career, and we're happy to be a part of that again.
He's we've had him for a couple of seasons, and he's also a regular fixture in the under-20s Great Britain team as well. Quite a well-rounded guy. What is it about Jordan that makes him a sort of key person for the Flyers?
Well, I mean, one, I think, obviously, let's go back to when I watched him playing for the Clan. I think that, his energy and enthusiasm for the game, I think, both sets of fans recognize that. We were keen to tap into that when the opportunity came about. We signed him and we benefited from that. We've watched him develop over the years. I think that, and him and I both touched on it. If you remember back, he got that shoulder injury, and just before he got that shoulder injury, he was buzzing around. He was at the height of his game and just going from strength to strength. I think that, naturally it knocked a bit of his confidence. When he came back, he wasn't in the condition that he was in previous to that, which is natural after an injury of that sort. And, we're working hard to get him towards that again. I know that's a huge goal of his. Just a young guy that has a bright future ahead of him. So we're going to continue working hard with him. Both him and Barry, we've discussed the importance of conditioning levels. The game has gotten so quick now. You don't need to be with that heavy muscle weight. You need to be speedy, fast, and not afraid to get into these corners, which Jordan certainly isn't. I've lost your audio, Ali.
Sorry, try that again. Here we go. He's one of these players that obviously is a Brit. He's demanding lots of ice time. He's keen to get lots of ice time, but he also seems to have that work ethic that will allow him to get it.
Absolutely. And, I think that last year was a bit of a unique situation in as much that just the way things fell, him and Barry were competing for almost the same ice. When both of them are on top of their game and in the condition they need to be in, they should really be, in separart lines, eating up as much ice as they can handle. Part of that responsibility falls on my shoulders, but a big part of that responsibility, as I've said to the boys, falls on their shoulders, and they need to come ready and hungry. And both are in different places in their career. Jordan's, at the beginning, and as you mentioned, has played a part in GB up until this point, and I know he wants to continue that into the future. If that's going to be the case, he needs to step up his game again, and we're going to try and assist in any way possible.
I know certainly it's a conversation I've had with Barry in the past that guys like Jordan who are at the age where you suddenly got all these freedoms that you didn't have in the past, and maybe all the maybe your friends kind of sort of trying to sort of pull you in different directions. Must be really difficult to keep focused on the game.
Well, it's incredibly difficult. There's the easy one to blame is obviously with 14 imports in the league, there's not a lot of space for Brits to go, but you do see, even when the import numbers were lower, even back in my day, you saw a lot of players at Jordan's age and younger falling away. There's an incredible amount of distractions that age, and you can't blame a lot of guys. But the ones that are going to be successful in the game, the ones that are almost single-minded in their approach to it, and they know what they want out of it, and they're going to do anything it takes to get there. And Jordan's brought that approach to the game, and his dedication. He works hard off season with a personal trainer. And as I said again, it sounds like we're talking about an older guy, but he's just a young man. And I spoke to him, was it a week and a half ago? He's excited. He wants to get ready, and he wants to get back on the ice.